In Bad Faith, Child Sex Abuse and the Catholic Church from Al Jazeera English is a Wilbur winner in the category of TV and Cable Documentaries. The film is an indictment of a system that continues to grant the benefit of the doubt to accused priests over the testimony of their victims. In a series of Al Jazeera interviews, several men came forward with painful memories of abuse by a priest who had been ministering in New York since 1984. The investigation found that the church was aware of claims against the priest at least since 2012. Abuse survivors were able to go public with their claims and sue the Catholic Church. When New York's restrictive statute of limitations law was amended in 2019, the film took the abuse allegations to both the priest and Archbishop for a response. Just weeks later, the priest was suspended and an investigation was launched. Let's watch.
Our first reading will be Joseph Caroline.
It's called you by name.
A reading from the Psalm.
There in the church, Joseph read from the Bible, and Father Paddock sat right behind him.
There's no possible way that he could forget who I was based on the number of interactions I had with him. The only thing that would make sense to me is if I was just another kid that he touched, and it was like, one and the same, faceless, nameless. That was his way of justifying it, blocking it out. That's the only thing I can think of.
You were just another kid that he touched.
Yeah, I mean, it seems to be quite a number of us,
Paddock's accusers had reported their abuse to family, friends, and therapists years ago. But for a long time, these men didn't file lawsuits or seek prosecutions against the priest. That's because New York's restrictive statute of limitations law made it nearly impossible for them to do so.
The legal system should be geared to the needs of the victim, not the needs of the perpetrator or the institutions that caused it. And essentially, we're opening the door of the courthouse so that when the victim's ready, they come forward. Very attractive.
For 17 years, legal scholar Marcy Hamilton has fought for laws that give victims of child sex abuse more time to file claims. And in state capitals across the country, the Catholic Church has been her adversary.
There's a sense of entitlement that they deserve respect and they deserve deference. But nobody is going to get respect or deference so long as they endanger children. And that's what they're doing.
In this documentary, the voices of those saying they suffered abuse from a priest are featured in a clear, direct, and sensitive way. The reporter never lets up on seeking answers from church leaders on the issue. Her tenacity in pushing clerical leaders to respond to the allegations highlights the disconnect between the faith leaders and their followers.
My name is Natasha Del Toro, and I'm the correspondent of the documentary In Bad Faith, produced by Al Jazeera Fault Lines. Our documentary looks at child sex abuse in the Catholic Church, and specifically, we investigate the case of one priest in the Archdiocese of New York who was still in active ministry even after he had been accused multiple times over many years of abusing young men. We were absolutely thrilled when we learned that we had won a Wilbur Award for the best documentary up to 30 minutes in the television and cable category. It's such an honor, and on behalf of my whole team, producer Paula Bood, cameraman Eric Young and Stephen Bailey, our editor Warwick Mead, and our executive producer Layla Al-Arian, a big heartfelt thank you to the Religion Communicators Council for recognizing our work and for giving us this award. We are so sorry that we couldn't all be together to share this award and celebrate with you all in person, but given the current circumstances, it's best for everyone to stay home and stay healthy, which is what we wish for all of you. Lastly, I want to give a big thank you to all of the survivors in the documentary who were so brave in coming forward with their stories and in trusting us. Thank you all again, and congratulations to all the winners.